voices in the night. Time is running out of sight. A lonely wind is passing by, tries to carry all the whispers that it finds. The walls are listening when we talk, making echoes as we walk. There's no one left but you and me. It's like a made-up place that only we can see. Hold my hand and hear the words I say. Close your eyes and let us fade away. Tell the secret place for you and me. Let our minds be caught up in a dream. Standing underneath the lights, look into each other's eyes.
Welcome back, guys. Thanks for coming back and watching this video. If you are up to number 2, stick around. If you haven't seen number 1 yet, make sure you go back and check out the first installment of this Hurt trip before you get stuck into this video. I'll put a link up here somewhere for you. Alright, let's get stuck in then, shall we? So packed up camp for one morning. Got a few hours sleep. I think the plan is today to go and check out Catherine Gorge. Go off and go and explore Tennant Creek after that and see what we can find. And yeah, it should be a good little morning. It's a little bit grey and overcast, but hopefully once we start going down the Stuart Highway and stuff like that, it'll get a bit brighter, see some spinifex, see some red dirt. That's the stuff that I'm really excited about. But yeah, it should be a mad day nonetheless. By this stage, we were pretty knackered, so we were pretty keen to find somewhere where we might be able to kind of have a bit of a splash around in some water and cool off a bit and just wash off the day prior. During the morning, it was pretty gloomy still up at the top end, and we were waiting for these clouds to burn off before we headed even further south. We decided to check out a spot a bit closer to where we had camped before we hit the road and headed south towards Daly Waters. We were still trying to keep our eyes peeled for Merton's water monitors for Tyson. Spending some time relaxing around this area was just absolutely surreal. The habitat is just that pristine and that beautiful. It really just made us feel really connected to nature. There were stacks of these Kalia skinks all over the joint up there, and man were they entertaining. For such a small skink, they have a ridiculously large personality and become trusting very shortly if you just pay a bit of attention to them and don't scare them off.
I've got my little gorilla pod. I don't know if it'll take got the mount for the tripod on the lens, but even mine doesn't fucking hold it. I've got those cropping photo, whatever they're called.
We're pretty sure that this small little dragon is a Diporifera bilineata. There are amazing amounts of skinks of all varieties and patterns and colours everywhere, including this little Tenota species.
Some would even say it's gorgeous.
This place was like heaven on earth, and luckily enough for us, we had plenty more places just like it to visit.
This is fucking incredible. What do you got? Oh mate's just playing with his butterfly friends.
I want to get the right there, but I don't trust today.
It could be a little sketchy. It's unreal, hey? You can just imagine like Levos and Bloud-Eye and all sorts of shit up here.
Yeah, that should be Levos.
I spent some time rock hopping around in my bare feet just to feel it under my feet, and just seeing if I could actually see any animals inside of these cracks, in particular Glebopalma. I'd love to see glebos.
Just imagine a Glebopalma sitting up here somewhere. Somewhere.
Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to see any Glebopalma on this trip. Must mean I need to go back. What a shame. Here's one of the many dingoes that we actually ended up seeing on this trip. I think in total we ended up seeing about 6 or so. It was quite cool to actually see these guys in the wild. This whole trip we ended up surviving off caffeine, including coffees, Red Bulls, ice break coffees, instant coffees, all the good stuff. And basically we were just eating a variety of snacks. I think the whole time that we ended up there, we ended up having maybe like 3 or 4 solid meals that were actual meals. It wasn't much, but it got us through.
Beers.
As you do.
Good tip.
We kept travelling well into the night until the countryside really changed. We saw plenty of red dirt and plenty of spinifex in seed. It was good country to find some strophs and some other animals as well.
We managed to stop this little Burton's. It's a gorgeous little guy. Could probably do with a feed or two. Not a bad start to another night. Got a nice sunset behind it. It's going to be a bloody cracker night, I reckon. Nice and warm. Just stopped. I've got this little stimmy. It's a little firecracker of a snake. Still pretty early, so yeah, it's good to see a few things out on the move. We've got the Burtons already. This little stimmy's an absolute beautiful little animal. It's probably only about a foot or so long, not even. Eating bugs, good fun. But yeah, no, awesome little animal. Just wants to get away from me right now. That's all right. Ow. Something just flew up my nose. Calm down, mate. Calm down. Calm down. Yeah, stunning little animal. I hope it doesn't bite me on the toes. So just sitting out here on the tarmac. I don't think I'm going to measure on the tarmac at the moment. Probably, I'm going to say, in the vicinity of about 35 degrees thereabouts on the actual road itself. Off here is not so bad, but beautiful little animal. Seems to have chilled out a little bit now. He's chilled out right now. We're not quite towards Tennant Creek yet. He seems to be pretty happy. I think the boys may have found something further up the line, but I'm just staying here with this little guy for the moment until I can see what they can see. Absolutely getting smoked by bugs. There's all sorts out tonight, but I can't get enough of these guys. I do love Antaresia, and I'm really starting to respect these guys more, especially after seeing them in the wild. It's just awesome to see them in their natural habitats. You know, it's unreal. Absolutely unreal. I got that stimmy down at Alice last year. That was so cool to see. I know a lot of people would just say they're rubbish snakes or dirt snakes, but they're such fun. I love these little guys, hey. Absolutely awesome.
Believe it or not, but this was actually a quiet night as far as insects go.
Second one of the night. Just in the nick of time.
So from the red train. Definitely got flat in the middle. Oh, this one. Little spiny-tailed gecko.
These guys were a massive tick for me because I managed to miss them down in Alice Springs in Yulara.
Mad little Strophurus. Pattern on it's awesome.
The pattern on this wild group of Ciliaris was absolutely awesome. It was a little bit more unique than what I've seen in a few populations in captivity, and in particular the head patterns what really caught me. They were just so beautiful. And check out those eyes. You can't go wrong with Strophurus eyes. There's always something to be said about how the geckos clean their eyeballs and how cool that is. And once the geckos are nice and calm in your hand, and also your pygopods as well, they all seem to just want to clean themselves up so they can be ready for a quick escape.
More than okay, he's also well fed.
So they're a termite specialist.
That's what termite shit looks like.
I shit on you, that's what you put on.
You don't want to look like this.
You'll tell him.
It was in this moment that Luke was actually trying to sneak up on a dunnart. He's been trying to get close to one of these guys to see if he can get a macro photo of them. This particular dunnart actually was eating a centipede apparently, although I didn't want to risk getting close enough to ruin Luke's photo. The dunnart was onto Luke.
Settle pedal. Stimmy number, I think 4 for the night. It's got to be. Stimmy number 4 for the night. It's a beautiful one. It's very lightly patterned. But still got those lateral stripes up the front end of it. Beautiful snake.
brown.
Luke loves his venomous snakes and has plenty of experience with them, so please don't try what he's doing at home.
It's a fucking nice thing.
They're just so twitchy, hey?
What?
Browns, like in general, they're just so twitchy.
I love a nice thing. They're fucking best. Actually, that might be a northern brown.
What's like the determining markers? Is it the
That
marks behind the head?
That black mark behind the head.
Yeah.
This is my first Western brown that I've ever seen, and I have to say, as far as the leopards go, I'm not overly confident in handling or anything like that. I have done a couple of venomous snake handling courses, but I thought I'd leave it to this guy out here because, you know what, he's got a hell of a lot more experience than me, and we're in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. Luke does like to get up close and personal with these guys in a macro lens, and some of his shots are well worth it, that's for sure. But it's not for the faint-hearted, so definitely don't try what he's doing at home.
Either way, it is a stunning little brown snake. We're just about on midnight and we've got a little brown, most likely a Western. Actually seems pretty docile considering you're getting the GoPro so close, eh?
I find a lot of browns to be very similar. They are very showy and, carry on to begin with. And once they start to realise you're not that big of a deal, they just settle down.
I feel very privileged to have been able to see quite a few of these little geckos in the bush. After owning the subspecies aberrans for quite a while now, it was really cool to be able to see some of the habitat that these guys come from. Not only were they in low-lying shrublands and things like that, but they were also found in a lot of kind of vast spinifex areas as well. As you can see, this particular individual looks like a gravid female, so we didn't play around with her for too long.
Currently about 1 in the morning, 1:30 in the morning or something like that. I don't know. And we're looking for phasmid geckos and spinifex. Hopefully we get to see one. They're awesome little spinifex experts. There's heaps of crazy bugs here though. Tyson's just found this Ciliaris in this bush here. Try to get the camera to focus. Pretty damn cool to see him just hanging out in the bush. Doing his thing.
We pulled up this western hooded scalyfoot just before we called it a night. This is Pygopus nigriceps, and what a stunning little individual it is.
It's only coming.
Nice little scalyfoot for the night. I'm going to go and set up camp now. That's good.
Those are little red eyes.
It's not a half bad view in the desert at night. So that was it for day 2, but we got quite a few little animals out there, didn't we? We got those geckos, so we got the Ciliaris, we also got the fat-tailed gecko, we got the little, I think it was a little gyre at the end there as well. We also pulled up the western brown snake, we got the stimmies. Yeah, we got quite a bit of variety. The western hooded scalyfoot, the nigriceps, that was really cool as well. So yeah, we got a hell of a lot of variety. We hit the hay pretty early on this night. It was only about, I think, 2:30 a.m. So yeah, we didn't kind of pull an all-nighter again. But when we woke up in the morning, it was bloody hot. So guys, stick around for episode 3 on this trip. I really want to see you guys hanging around on this one. And yeah, if you want to get a link to episode 3, hopefully it plays next. If not, I'll throw a little link up there once I do release the video. And yeah guys, thank you so much for joining along and watching these episodes. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to comment, don't forget to like. And as always guys, take care of yourselves and I'll see you on the next one.